Information is power. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Tell the truth.
What's up, House of X Entertainment Incorporated? Peace to you. What's going on? Back to the basics. Earl Owens. I think Barbie girl Tina was here too. Peace to her. Peace to the House of Entertainment. I see them in the chat room. Peace to you. I know last time you were here, I didn't get a chance to shout you out properly. Welcome. What's up, everybody? Peace. Peace to you out there, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This will be a short, to the point video tonight. Most of it will be more visual than you seeing me. I want to thank everybody that's coming into the chat room so far, people that are watching from afar, people that will watch this video after the fact, and however many people we get in this evening. I just appreciate the support that I've been getting. Thank you very much. This topic won't be as polarizing as other topics that I've gone over, but it will have some polarization to it to a certain level. And I just want to talk about, what's been going on with the whole milk crate challenge. And it's been sparking since August. And we have to understand as a society, as people, as individuals, we need to understand and question ourselves as to why do we behave in the way that we do? Why do we engage in certain activities? Is it something that we do of our own free will, or are we culturally conditioned? Are we social engineered? Because who in the hell came up with the milk cart challenge in the first place? Who was the original person? Why was it on TikTok originally? And of course, they've been banning the challenge on their platforms because it has a certain level of high injury. It's a dangerous thing to be doing. But then you got to ask yourself, why are people doing it? And then you have to ask yourself, where does this have its origins? Where does it come from? And tonight I am going to attempt to not only analyze and assess the milk cart challenge, but give you some visuals for food for thought to make you understand that sometimes what you think you're doing is not what you created, but it is a ritual that has been created by organizations, it has certain meaning that you may not even know what you're engaging in. And what I've also been noticing is that a lot of black people, a good majority of black people, have been engaging in this type of behavior, which I feel is non-constructive behavior. Now, we had a poll tonight. Let me see what that poll is saying right now, ladies and gentlemen. The poll says, is milk cart challenge a constructive activity or not? Is it constructive? And about 84% of people said, no, it's not constructive. 16% of people in the poll so far said that it is constructive. So we're going to see where that poll goes tonight. Before I go further, and so I recognize that Brother Michael K. Williams passed away yesterday. Unfortunately, they're saying that it was due to a drug overdose. Come to find out, and this brother has been struggling with drug addiction and substance for a long time. He's been honest about it. He's come out and said it. He was a great spirit. He 54 years old, is too goddamn young to be leaving this earth. And I went into this a little bit deeper on the second channel, which is the podcast channel. So that's the Information Man Speaks podcast. If one of the mods would like to drop that into the chat room, I definitely would appreciate that wholeheartedly. If you could drop that in there. And I did a whole, hour and 30 minutes tribute to Michael K. Williams. And I want to say, first of all, put his family, his friends, those that love him in your prayers. The brother struggled with drug addiction. We know him famously by the role he played in The Wire. He played Omar, and everybody was, Omar was sort of like a brother who was like a black Robin Hood in the hood of Baltimore, Maryland. That's the character he played. And see, and I'm from Baltimore. I was born in Baltimore, and Baltimore has its own language, its own everything, its own way they move, they talk, their energy. And he portrayed it very well in the character that he portrayed, where he was robbing from the drug dealers to give to the poor. He was a black Robin Hood. And when he came into the neighborhoods in the TV series, everybody would be like, Omar's coming, Omar's coming. Everybody would get the hell out of the way. And as I said before on the podcast I did the other day, one of the things that he was actually portrayed as a gay black male in the series. And however people feel about that, everybody, feel how you want to feel. But I'm going to make an analysis here. Out of all the characters that were in that show, his was the most iconic. And even though they framed him as a gay male, to me, he was still the most masculine man in the TV series. Okay? So usually when they portray black men in that manner, they take away some of the masculinity. In this role, he maintained the masculinity within his preference. But the brother was a fantastic actor. He was on board. He was in Empire Boardwalk. He's in a Lovecraft. Make sure you check that out. This brother was in many different movies and TV. So he's going to be definitely missed. Give a prayer for him. That is Brother Michael K. Williams. Most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you for being here too, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you never know what you're going to get from me. Sometimes you're going to get these pop-up shows, these surprise shows that you're not going to be expecting from time to time like this. It can be fun. Let's get into it right now. As I was saying before, let's get into it. The milk cart challenge. This is very, let me stop that there. The milk cart challenge, you got to ask yourself, where does it come from? What's the origins? Why are people engaging and putting their life, risking their health, their family's stability for milk cart challenges? And the reason why I'm talking particularly about black people, because black people, when I look on social media, you look on TikTok, well, even though TikTok is kind of banned it now from their site, I see a lot of black people engaging in this. Why are we engaging in this? Why are we engaging in non-constructive behavior, as Neely Fuller Jr. would say? And I'm going to play an audio from Neely Fuller Jr. So you got this milk cart challenge where people are risking their life. Let me show you here this picture right here. So right here you have a picture, and let me take something off of there. It doesn't need to be on there right now. Let me take this off of here. There we go. Here you have the young lady who's getting ready to fall down. So you got people in all the different communities doing these challenges, right? So you've got this young lady here. She's falling off. You got the guy in the middle, small picture there that's falling off. You got the one guy falling off, getting ready to walk over the top pyramid part of it. Let me show you another picture right here of someone completely getting ready to fall, and that's right there. There you go. Look at that. This guy's about to fall down. Why would you put your family's your livelihood at risk? If you're a married man, you got kids, you got family, you got people that depend on you, why would you be engaging in this kind of groupthink behavior, this group behavior? You know, people tend to engage in dysfunctional behavior when there's a crowd of other people to kind of encourage you to do it, to kind of like edge you on, power you on. People do things like riots and do things that they would not do as an individual when they have the group encouraging them to engage in the behavior. So you can see right here, this guy's flying off of this thing. I don't know what condition he's left in. It's dangerous. Let me let you see someone else that's falling off their ass right here. Look at this brother right here. So although you say, hey, you know, Info, why are you talking about this, man? Come on, man. You are being an old fogey. This is all about having fun and having a good time. You got grown-ass people that's engaging in this challenge, if you can even call it that, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. You're putting your own health at risk. You get hurt. Now what? Who's going to pay for your medical expenses? This, by the way, you're not getting hurt on the job. It's not occupational hazard. Now, if you have health care insurance, then you might be lucky depending on how bad your injury is. But if you're one of many Americans out here who don't have health care, then not everybody has brought in on Obamacare. Not everybody has proper health insurance on their job. Hell, there's even people who sometimes don't even take the health and care insurance because they want that extra money in their check. So if you're one of those people and you're out here doing this and you're falling down like this guy right here, you're putting yourself, your health, your community, your children, if you have children, you're screwing everything up. Here you got, once again, You got more black folks engaging in this type of dysfunctional behavior. I call it dysfunctional because it's not construction. It's not constructive behavior. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't have other race of people that are involved in this too. But what I do see is a lot of black folks engaging, spending money, wasting their money on these milk egg carts. And what's crazy about these milk crates, is that the price of them have skyrocketed up. What's going on, Be the Difference Clothing? Good to see you. Joy's in the house. Thank you. The price of them have gone up because we're black people, many other people out there. We're creating a economy for we're always making other people rich. These milk crates weren't even that expensive. They weren't even at any price. Now, because people are going out and buying them, now what happened is that businesses are jacking the price up. So now we're making them rich. We're giving our money and boosting a whole nother economy over some musty and crusty and dusty ass milk carts.
Tell the truth.
And putting ourselves at risk. I want to ask black folks in the chat room, let's take a break. Let's take a vote right here. What's going on, Raw B? And back to the basics. Enjoy. I want y'all to put a 1. I know we have a poll. The poll is 20% yes, 80% saying that it's no, it's not constructive behavior. By a show of numbers, do you think that this is constructive behavior? If you think it's constructive behavior, put a 2. If you think it's non-constructive behavior for us nowadays, put a 1. I don't think that black people in particular, we don't have time for fun and games. Neely Fuller Jr. talks about this. What are we fun and gaming for? What are we running around doing all these rituals and we don't even know where these rituals come from? You got to ask yourself, as a black person or any person, whatever race you are, when you are engaging in some type of social engineering sport and game in society, ask yourself, 1, why am I doing this? 2, what is the benefit? For last time I checked, nobody's getting $1 million prize for doing this. See this lady up here? Nobody's winning prize money that I know of. And I've even seen women with high heels on walking on these crates.
Tell the truth.
Now, I know some of you in the chat room may say, hey, man, you're being uptight, info, man. What are you talking about, man? It's fun. It's cool. I've even tried it. The point I'm trying to make is, why do we do the things that we do? Now, I know there's been other challenges in society that are around medical breakthroughs. So people that have children or people who have autism, there are people that will do certain things for diseases and things of that nature. I don't know where this challenge is benefiting anyone medically or socially. It looks fun. It can give you a high. And I think that people engage in these type of activities because for the most part, a lot of Americans, a lot of people are very bored with their everyday life and they need something to make them excited, right? We got the virus going on. We just came out of being on lockdown and for some of us across the country. And so now we want to let it all hang. We want to let it all hang out. Okay. Now, but you have to ask yourself fundamentally, when you have these sort of activities going on, 1, is it constructive or non-constructive? 2, what do you get out of it? 3, is it dangerous? 4, who invented it? Where did it come from? Who was the person, the original person who came up with this? And the person that came up with it, were they a kid? Were they an adult? Were they somebody on TikTok? And if they were on TikTok originally or social media, how did they get the idea? Who put the idea in their head? Where did it come from? In American society, we are culturally conditioned. We are socially conditioned. We are socially engineered. They could make if they can make it popular to eat a boo-boo sandwich, and they could figure out a way, and they could figure out a way to get you to buy in eating a boo-boo sandwich. I bet you they could get you to do it. If they could make it worth your while, right? We know that people will do things for money, all kind of stuff. They would make you do something that years from now, you would look back and you would say, what the hell was I thinking? Why am I walking on egg carts? What did I get from it? What was the challenge? I got a sore back. I got a busted up knee. I got a broken back. I'm in the hospital now. I can't take care of my family. And then what we also do, this is what they also do. Because I'm going to go over the 25-point plan for world domination. I'm going to do a stream on that. And what they do is the goal is to corrupt youth with drugs, alcohol, social engineering. And you use celebrities, you use the rappers, you use the entertainers. Here we got me in blue face crate challenge. Look at this. Once again, for some reason or another, you got black people who have been the face of engaging in this challenge, if you can call it that. And once again, it's at your own risk, where you could fall like this guy can fall. This guy can fall. It's at your own risk to fall like this young lady, that guy right there, or this guy right here falling off of his ass. And what if you fall off your ass and you hit the carts and you break something? You break something. You damage something serious to your person. That's very serious. So you have to ask yourself, where do these rituals come from? Why do we engage in it? Let me show you something, ladies and gentlemen. You see, this ritual that people are engaging in a society is nothing new. It's nothing brand new. Maybe it appears brand new because you got people collecting carts and doing all this goofy type of stuff, spending their money, money that could be well spent somewhere else. You're running around trying to find carts, and then come to find out these carts have been but they've been selling out, and now you got to run around to find carts. That's non-constructive behavior. Let me play for you my man Neely Fuller Jr. and what he said about black people, how we engage in dysfunctional behavior, non-constructive conversation, non-constructive activities, not knowing who we are, what we are. So we have to find purpose in our life through these types of activities and challenges. And the reason why I'm jumping on this activity and challenge is because it's one that is dangerous and one that we as black people can't afford to engage in, because we got too many real problems and issues that we need to deal with. We just had Michael K. Williams, who died of allegedly a drug overdose, they say, which means that this brother was fighting with demons. This brother had something going on. See, we don't never know what people are really going through. And so people will do things like engage in drug use, overindulging in sex. People will engage in activities like this that could put themselves at risk to fall on their ass to the bottom, maybe break something. Because we're engaging in non-constructive activity. Now, before I play the Neely Fuller Jr. audio, let me show you something. When you talk about these rituals, why are we doing these rituals? I got to show you something. Where do these rituals come from? Look at that. Let me take something else off the screen. Where do these rituals come from, ladies and gentlemen? I want everybody in the chat room. What's going on, Omega Dreads? Good to see you over here. I want everybody in the chat room to speak to each other. Let me know in the comments, and I'm going to put comments on the screen in a little bit. Let me know your comments in the chat room. What's going on, Miss Vaughn? We got Greg Harris, Vaughn 11, Joy. She says, I read that this might be classified as a electric surgery. Elective surgery. Electric surgery. So if you go out and get yourself hurt falling around like this, you might be ass out when you go to the hospital. And you can't sue nobody. You can't sue nobody because you're out there doing it. So right here on this scale, You see the pyramid? Look at this. Pyramid. Look at this. Look at that. Pyramid shape. Look at the pyramid shape. This is a Masonic masonry ceremony. And the masonry ceremony has different levels. Different levels that you move up to become a master mason. There's different levels, ladies and gentlemen. I want to read something to you. And I know I have this. And I want to go through. I'm going to show you another pyramid design. Here's another pyramid. This is all Masonic. All Masonic symbolism. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. The bullock, the pyramid, is a sign of strength, survival, and long lasting. This is Masonic language. Long lasting, that is showing that the new nation is going to survive and last a long time. And it's built on 13 different steps. 13 different steps. Different steps meaning the 13 new states, the 13 formed colonies. It was a few years later that the Freemasons started using the eye. You see the eye to the right, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that eye. I'm going to put the other one up there, the eye. So when you see people out there engaging in this kind of activities, you have to ask yourself, where does this really come from? They are engaging. This is another way for the Masonic order to play out their rituals by letting you play them out, by socially engineering you to play out their rituals. Let me read more. There are 3 stages of Masonic membership: entering the apprentice fellowship or fellow craft. These are the steps. In Master Masons, these stages are referred to as a degree corresponding with members' self-development and increased knowledge of Freemasonry as a man completes each phase of learning. Each phase of learning. Each stage referred to as a degree, referring to as a degree and corresponding with member self-development and increased knowledge of Freemasonry as a man completes each phase, as I said before, of learning. The lodge holds a ceremony to confirm the individual's degree into Freemasonry. That is the symbolism of the pyramid shape that people are creating. And I know why they're creating it that way, because they're creating it to make it like stairs going up and going down, but they have the top pyramid just as you see on here. And let me put this on here for you. So these are the different stages of the pyramid going up. And remember, when you go into the Bible, Freemasonry has been around for thousands of years. King Solomon in the Bible, when they were building the temple up high, and you can see that temple in the picture from afar. That was a temple of Babel. And King Solomon was warned by God, and he wanted to build something to go up to the heavens. And according to the Bible, God cursed everybody and made everybody speak different languages to confuse people. That's one of the statements in the Bible. Freemasonry has been around in what we call Kemet. Egypt was the next name. Kemet is the land of the black. That's the original name that we know of, called Egypt, which was created by the Nubians. There was Upper and Lower Egypt. It was created by black people. Then the Nubians were the ones who brought the pyramids there first. It got changed to Egypt because you had the Arabs coming in to invade. They were invaded, and then go out and get the book Stolen Legacies. It tells you how the Greeks and Romans and everybody stole and pillaged knowledge from Kemet. Matter of fact, they were students in the Kemetic systems. All the philosophers in Greek society got their knowledge from the Kemetic system because they were students in it. And they told you and me that they were the ones that built everything. They got their ideas from the Kemetic system. Masonry was in that Kemetic system. Been around for thousands of years. But we have to understand what we are engaging in, ladies and gentlemen, when we are engaging in activities and don't know the history, don't do research to find out what am I actually engaging in? What are the deeper meanings of me walking over a pyramid-shaped design? At the same time, putting my own life and my own future at risk, where I could bust my ass. What's going on, Brother Joe? Good to see you here. DOD, I see you in the chat room there. We got Malik Smith in the house. DJ Troy in the house. Mo Nix is in the house. Thank you for being over here. Once again, Omega Dreads is in the house. 45 Degree Discovery. What's going on? Good to see you over here. A Lady 747, Chris CCC. Some chick named Star. So glad to see you over here. So glad to see you over here, everybody. Let's see who else. Did I miss anybody else in there? We got Carolina Dukes in the house. Thank you, my dear sister. Good to see you here. Let me see. Omega Dreads put something on the screen. I want to put it up so everybody can see what Omega Dreads just wrote. Bam, there it is. Omega Dreads. Let me read what he says. Omega Dread says, it is alchemy, a forbidden knowledge which King Solomon perfected so much he began to summon angels and demons against the enemies. Woo! That's truth, brother, written in stone. DOD in the house. Isn't that a picture of the president on the $20 bill? Yes, DOD. Damn it, brother, you always on the money. We got African in the house. It means the fall of America. Yes. I know this is a strange stream I'm doing tonight because I haven't done this type of stream. I do get into comedic science. I can talk about those other sort of things too, folks. I just haven't done it in a while. And I am bringing Dr. Inky to this channel. I've made contact with him, have his personal phone number. Dr. Inky is coming to the Information Man Show. We're going to talk about alchemy. We're going to talk about dark matter. We're going to talk about melanin. We're going to talk about proper nutrition, food that you need to eat to build up your immune system, your vitamin D. We're going to get into that. He's a student of Dr. Savy. What's going on, Brother Joe? Brother Joe in the house. Got him on the screen there. Naturals in the house right there. So let me finish. I haven't finished the rest of these statements. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Omega Dreads, man, he just dropped us with a hell of a quote. And here he is again. Omega Dread says this: the Nazi was searching for this forbidden knowledge in Egypt during the REICH region of terror. You're actually right. The Nazis, along with Hitler, they were looking at a lot of things that the black folks in Egypt and Kemet were doing. They wanted to tap into that source. And remember, they had the Ark of the Covenant. You know that there were two arks. You know that there were two of them, ladies and gentlemen. That was the ark. That was some people say that was the power of Jesus. There were two of them. There was one in Egypt as well. Nobody talks about that. Why were there two of these arks around? Why? If anybody in the chat room knows that answer, please educate us, because I've done some research on that. There was an ark that they created in Egypt as well. There was 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. We got Jamaica in the house. Thank you for coming over. And she says food is running out in the genocide store of the crate. Right. Food is running out. So this is the thing, like I'm saying, but why? Can anybody tell me, why are people engaging in this type of behavior? To me, it is social engineering. Why? We've got RP in the house saying the ark were batteries. The arks were batteries. Yes, we have electric current running through our body. We are walking energy. Plants have energy. The food that we eat, everything flows with energy. Now, I'm going to make an analysis here. Don't laugh at this. Remember when we all watched Star Wars? And in Star Wars, they talked about the Force, right? And everything was about energy and everything around you. Well, black people, the more melanin you have in your body, the more you're able to absorb positive and negative energies. The melanin in our body works as a photosynthesis, like a plant taking in energy. That's why black people sometimes will struggle with hypertension from stress, because the melanin will take in whatever's happening to you, good or bad. But we have to understand, when we take in these rituals, egg cart rituals, falling off our asses, harming ourselves. Why are we doing it? Who's making us do it? Are we doing it because we're being culturally conditioned by social media, what we're watching on TikTok? Hell, they've had to stop it on TikTok. Who's giving it to us? We know that George Soros is an individual who engages in social engineering. Black Lives Matter is funded by George Soros and his money. Information man, I'll definitely be looking forward to that interview. Spiritual. Yeah, Dr. Inky is going to be here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, RP, for coming in. We got Buccaneer, who's just come in. Let me see what they're saying. Buccaneer says, pronounce rocket. I'm not pronouncing the words right, but I thank you for coming over. Now, let me finish the rest of my presentation as I put a few things back up on the screen for you good folks. And for everybody that's in the chat room coming in, thank you. Please share this video, because I didn't expect to get into other areas in this conversation tonight. But when people came in and when Omega Dregs dropped that little gem on us, it just kind of made me say, you know what, let me talk some of this. Let me break it down. And I'm bringing Brother Sanchez back to the channel too. And y'all know that Brother Sanchez, he's real powerful with this type of talk. And I'm going to give you all a clap for being here tonight. So once again, the pyramid, everybody's doing this milk crate walk and don't understand that they are mimicking rituals that have been around. Let's go right here. Let me read this to you right here. The Masonic Ritual is designed around the symbolic story of the building of a great spiritual temple. You see that right there in the back, in the corner left side. That's that temple. I believe that is the temple. Let me get the closer picture for you. The temple that King Solomon was trying to build to the heavens. Remember? That's what folks were dropping in the chat room. Let me say this again. The Masonic Ritual is designed around the symbolic story of the building of a great spiritual temple as represented by the Temple of Solomon. That's what's in there, folks. You hear what I'm saying?
Tell the truth.
Do y'all hear what I'm saying, folks? You're listening to the Information Man Show. Make sure you subscribe and share the video. Please. Definitely go ahead and do that. I'm not finished yet. Don't go away.
Information is power.
Do y'all hear what I'm saying, folks? Do y'all understand and hear what I'm saying? Let me put this back up here again. Once again, share this in all your social media. If you're a content creator, share it in your community tab. Share the video. I want to thank everybody who's watching the program, new subscribers. I know it's late. Some people are sleeping. Some people will catch this on the repeat. I have the kind of channel where I tend to get more of my views after the fact of the stream. After the fact. Some people have channels like that. You get a lot of people watching when you go live. And then some people, you get a lot of people watching after the fact. And then also it depends on the topic. You know, lately I've been involved in some pretty polarizing topics that has brought a lot of people over. And I'm very happy to say that I have a lot of new subscribers that have come on board. And I thank you. Definitely share this video. Let me get back over here to this symbolism right here. This really blew me away, ladies and gentlemen. This really blew me away. Let me take that off there. Let's look at that in the background. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men. And you notice each one of these men are wearing different clothing. Looks like you got a Catholic priest. See, Masonry has its hands in religion. It has its hands and tentacles everywhere. All these different men are of different cloths and backgrounds. But in the far back is the temple that is spoke of. Let me say this again. The Masonic Ritual is designed around the symbolic story of the building of a great spiritual temple. That was the King Solomon temple, building it up to the heavens, and God cursed them. The 3 Masonic degrees are designed to represent 3 stages of life: youth, manhood, and age.
Is power.
If you look on the picture, the thumbnail here, you can clearly see that each one of these individuals are dressed in a different way through the years and centuries. And even on this thumbnail, you see the King Solomon temple way to the back. So you may say, hey, it's far-fetched what you're talking about. And what I'm telling you is that nothing happens in society by accident. Milk cart challenges, people walking around on pyramid-shaped designs, at the same time doing it knowing that they could be risking their life. What would make someone do something to risk their own life just to walk on some funky-ass milk cartons or milk crates?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Kendra, welcome over to the channel tonight. I see you in the chat room. I see many great people in the chat room tonight, and I really appreciate people who have come on board to support the channel. We got Peggy Roster in the house. We got Golden Melon in the house. She says everything they put before us is a strategy. Ooh, I was about to say something. You're right. Okay, we got Golden Melon saying everything they put before us is a strategy. You're absolutely right. Let me see here. We got my main man who's coming in the house, and that's my man, the bottom line, Santee. What's going on, brother? Glad to have you over here tonight. We've got, let me see. We got Barbie Doll, Tina in the house saying salute. Let me put somebody else. I'm going to put Chris CCC. Chris CCC. Thank you, girl. Good to see you over here. Clout for the gram. Thank you. Definitely share the video because I appreciate that. Just trying to get the content out there as much as possible. Brother's got to do what he's got to do to kind of, I'm trying to build the channel up over here, build the family that we've got going on over here and everybody. And I am at some point thinking about turning on my membership. My memberships are going to be real cheap if anybody wants to be a member of the channel, which means I'm going to have to put out more content strictly for members. So I'm going to have to really get it going here. I'm thinking about doing it. I've been kind of holding back for a while, but I'm thinking about doing it. Now, Joy says this: as black people, we need to recognize that there is too much in society that is designed to destroy us. We need to analyze and assess and think much deeper. You are correct.
Tell the truth.
You are very much correct. Let me see. Did I miss anything else? Did I miss anything else that anybody is saying? Peace and blessings. We got Kendra in the house. We got Von 11 in the house. I'm just going to put up, I like this a little bit better. I can see people's avatars with this one that I'm using better. And we got Kendra in the house saying salute. And a lot of great folks coming in the house. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let me get back into this right now. So people are risking their life all over these milk crate cartons. And I'm going to put this back up here again. People are falling down, risking their life for rituals that they have no idea the rituals that they are engaging in whatsoever. And this is why I've got to play Neely Fuller Jr. to wake some of you Negroes up right now. Now, Neely Fuller Jr. talked about how there's something called constructive behavior versus non-constructive behavior. And a lot of times we as black people, we engage in way too much non-constructive behavior, just too much non-constructive behavior. And let the man himself give you a lesson to think about. And when he talks the way he talks, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to the audio. I tried to get the audio as clear as I could, so keep that in mind. It's an old audio. But I want you to hear every word he's saying. And when you hear every word he's saying, I want you to think about what he's saying related to this milk crate challenge. Okay? So let's get it going. Let's get the brother himself talking to us and breaking it down. And here we go. Here we go. A little bit of music as I get ready to get the audio going.
Tell the truth.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Here we go. Neely Fuller Jr. Brother Neely Fuller. Here we go. A clap to the brother.
Well, it's self-evident, or it should be, and that is you have two types of behavior: constructive, non-constructive.
Listen.
That's all. There's nothing in between. I mean, that's even in regards to animals or creatures or ants or flies or roaches or birds or babies. Babies are either going to do something constructive right there in that crib, or they're going to do something non-constructive. Okay? There's just two categories of behavior in the entire universe for all creatures. in the universe. And black people, more than anybody, need to learn where their dividing line is, because we think it's just all the same. We've been taught that, trained that way by the white supremacists, that just do something, anything, any kind of old way. Just wake up in the morning and go around on the streets and whatnot, and just walk around, just do something. Oh, man, it's just something to do, man. I mean, it's all the same. You know, everything that you do is all the same, whether it's up, down, sideways. That's why we behave like that. We behave that way. And that's the definition of the N-word. No direction. No type of concentrated thinking. No type of plan for anything. Just walking around bumping into things like a creature with no head.
Right.
Okay? And so that is the difference. Constructive, non-constructive is not complicated at all. So what some non-white people, you know, and all non-white people have gone through it, or they wouldn't be in the shape that they're in. But some of them begin to progress out of that based on what? Saying, hey, we're not about doing things that don't make sense anymore. We've been doing it for 1,000 years out of habit, or out of what we call tradition, or out of what we call our culture. Pass it on from generation to generation. Wait a minute. See, some non-white people in the world have stood back every now and then, not enough, or we wouldn't be in the shape that we're in as non-white people, but a few of them, you know, are a little more advanced than others in the prison system of white supremacy. And why? Where does that advancement come from? Just what you just said. You said some people have stood back and looked at some of the silly things they've been doing for 1,000 years.
Like
and say, we're not doing
milk
that no more.
crate challenges.
That's all it is. You just make a choice. I'm not doing this. I'm not contacting people. I mean, have another Mardi Gras. I mean, you know, no. I got more important things to do. We can have Mardi Gras after we straighten out all this mess.
Right.
Okay? We're not going to have a celebration of this type and the other. We're not going to, you know, dance around a fire.
All right,
I
like
mean,
milk
you know,
crate challenges.
and talking about our ancestors and all like that. We're going to pay attention to what's going on right now and get some of this burden off of our shoulders. Dancing around a fire ain't going to cut it. All right? Another barbecue in the backyard is not going to cut it. We're going to pay attention to things that need doing first, and we can have the barbecue later. But pay attention to things that need to be done. So this calling up somebody just to be calling them up just because you happen to have a way of calling them up through technology, we should.
is power.
I gotta read this from my brother. We got 45's degree discovery. Check this brother out. I know him from my dealings over in Brother Sanchez's channel. This brother's deep. I'm gonna try to read this. I gotta figure out how to increase the font on the wording here for next time. But the brother said here, the architects who created the challenge. We're talking about the challenge, the egg crate challenge. The architects who created the egg crate challenge found out something constructive. The challenge symbolizes mystery in destruction. Mystery because you don't know if you're going to make it or not. Facts, my dear brother. Let me call out some folks in the chat room. If you're enjoying the stream tonight, put a 1 in the chat room, share the video. This has been a great Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got my man 45 Degree Discovery in the house. We got Joy, we got DOD, we got Back to the Basics, we got Chris CCC, Malik Smith, Joy, we got Miss Cool in the house, Gemini. Good to see you over here. Did I miss anybody in the back chat? We got Maurice Deltame in the house, 12, Vel, Kendra, Golden Melanin, Big Dog, Philly OG is in the house, DOD, as I said before. We got Hair Won't Fold. We got Hair in the house. Thank you for being here. Let me go back into some further back chats and see if there's anybody I missed. We had Joe who came in the house. We got Von 11. Who else coming here? Who else is coming in here? And let me read what the brother is saying right here. This is 48 Degrees. He says, when a black man does something great, people do anything to overshadow it. But God is by my side, and that's why I am the one. Very powerful statements. Very powerful statements. We got Carolina in the house. Thank you for being here. And Earl Owens is in the house. We put him on the screen. Now, everybody, I played Nilly Fuller Jr. We're talking about the milk crate challenge. I showed you that the milk crate challenge has some weird origins or ritualistic Masonic ritual similarity to it. That's why it's very important to know what you're engaging in, understand where did it come from, what's its origins, who put it out there in modern time, who did this, what's the social engineering behind it, and why are people willing to do it at the detriment of their own health and the health of their own family. Because if you can't work and you can't get out there and make a living, your family's going to suffer for the goofiness. And like I said before, I see way too many black people engaging in this non-constructive behavior. Now, you heard what Nilly Fuller said in the chat room. Let's do a vote right now. Right now, the overall YouTube vote that I've got out there on my channel is that 79% say that the milk crate challenge is non-constructive, while 21% says it is constructive. I wonder who that 21% is, to be honest. Now, let's take a vote in here. After listening to Nilly Fuller Jr., did he have valid statements? He's talking about how as black people, we're engaging in non-constructive behavior. We're doing goofball stuff, just like the egg crate challenge. The reason why I'm jumping on that challenge, there's been other challenges, but this is a challenge that puts your life at risk, along with the fact that it has some really weird rituals to it. There's been other challenges that were a cause for raising money and awareness for autism, people with multiple sclerosis, all different types of things. I don't see where the win-win is in this challenge, or show me the money. Where's the money? So, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, I know you're talking to each other, but please write something and let me know, let people know where are you at with what you heard Neely Fuller Jr. say in terms of where we are as a people, in our behavior, in our actions? Let's hear it. I want to read some of this stuff. We got Earl Owens saying the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel is in Genesis 11. Woo, children were involved in shrines. Is Noah's son. This is way before Solomon. Deep stuff, brother, deep stuff. Deep stuff. Okay, we got designed by Vine. What's going on, sister? She says, hello, host. How are you doing? I'm doing very fine. I'm happy to have you here. Let's go back into here and see what else we got. Let's see. Joy is saying this. Joy says, where did it derive from? Not enough curiosity and concern exists. Yeah. Anytime you're doing something, so you got to ask yourself, do you want to do what everybody is doing in the society across the board? And then you got to ask yourself, why am I doing it? What's the benefit of doing it? Where did it really come from? Who's actually benefiting from me doing this behavior? I'm going to tell you right now, challenges like the milk crate challenge, it's a distraction, folks. It's a distraction from allowing us to keep our minds and our third eye in the middle of our pineal gland, the frontal lobe of our head that gives us the ability to reason and not be like an animal, is a pineal gland filled with melanin, which also is involved in our dream state, which is also involved in our ability to think critically and to vibrate with the universe. When you are in tune with that, you want to know what's happening around you. You want to absorb the energies around you. Things like milk crate challenges and these types of things, they operate on low vibrations. It's a distraction to keep you away from thinking and focusing. They want to keep you involved in fun and games and play, and also put you in and get you in an activity of fun and games that can also take your ass out of here, immediately out of here, injure you and possibly kill you. Matter of fact, can anybody tell me in the chat room, has anybody passed away from engaging in this milk crate challenge? If someone has, name how many people do you have you heard in the news have actually gotten injured and gone to the hospital but didn't walk out of that hospital because they either passed away? I wonder what that number is right now. Okay, we got Brother Keith who's just come in the house. Keith is saying truth. Allah of it is God goofball. It is goofball behavior. People been locked down in these houses for a long, silly distraction, right? Like this. Seems like fun to most people. They'll focus on that. It's sad. Yeah, if you can put that kind of focus on a milk crate challenge, and you can put that focus to walk up and over the pyramid of it, you can put that same energy into getting an education, into building yourself up, into working on your body, your mind, your spirit, your heart. You can put energy into that. We got Bloodsport 11 who's just come over. And Bloodsport 11 says, broken bones going to the hospital. Right. Malik Smith says, it's easily to, indict in anything beside, it's easy to indulge in anything besides the real issues we face daily. You know what, brother Malik? That's exactly what I was looking for, because that's exactly, so you was listening to the Neely Fuller Jr. audio. That's exactly what Neely Fuller Jr. is doing, is talking about. That it's easy, it's a distraction to get us away from challenging our ability to do what it is that we need to be focusing on. And don't get me wrong, folks, there's nothing wrong with having some recreation, enjoying your life. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just saying that there's something bizarre about the milk crate challenge. I'm 51 years old. We didn't do this in the 80s. We weren't doing this in the late 70s. I don't remember this coming around. Why did this come around at this particular time? I think because we've got the virus going on, people are frustrated, people have been on lockdown, people are concerned about being evicted out of their homes. There's so many things that's bothering people right now. The vibrations in the air are not working too well for some people. Not to mention we got earthquakes. We got tornadoes. What the hell's going on? You got tornadoes and flooding happening in New York and places that it doesn't normally happen like that. Everything is off balance in our universe. We got the climate change and the planet is off balance. The planet is getting too hot in some areas, too cold in others. We're totally off balance. But guess what? Mother Earth is going to live here beyond us. Humans are going to be the ones gotten rid of. This planet will reboot itself with us or without our asses. So keep that in mind. With all these distractions, these things that are happening globally, they got to introduce something to people to get our minds off of thinking about what the government is doing to us, right? They're making people have mandated stuff in your body. You know what I'm talking about. I got talking code, folks. They're giving you mandates in some of these cities. You know what those mandates are, right? So there's all these things that they're doing. So what they got to do is that they have to create, this is an old term during the Roman time. They have to create, you guys heard this before, you have to create breeds and circuses. Breeds and circuses. And again, breeds and circuses.
Tell the truth.
You have to give people something to entertain them so that they're not thinking about what their government is doing to them, so that they're not thinking about what's happening to them. So you give them entertainment. You give us television. You give us movies, right? You give us milk crate challenges. If you go back in Roman time when they had the gladiator games, that they came up with the gladiator games, 300 and whatever days of gladiator games, because they wanted, the government in Rome wanted to give people bread and circuses to entertain them and keep their minds off of what was really happening. And when they would walk into the arenas with the gladiators, they actually did throw bread at the people. They threw it into the stands for people to grab it and to eat it. And when that happened, I've got something. Oh, okay. Now it's fixing. Something was going blank on me for a minute. So they would throw the bread in the arena as a way to appease people and get you further into the group think, into the group behavior of dysfunctional behavior by giving you something. When you go to football games and basketball games and baseball games, mainly football and basketball, what do? They throw things at you from the arena floor. They shoot things up at you. Shirts, throwing food at you, all sort of things, right? Throwing the hot dogs, all that kind of stuff. Here's the peanut, throw the peanuts at you. It's the same cultural conditioning to get you. And guess what's getting ready to start right now? Football. And everybody's excited about it. But guess what? Football is another form of distraction. So you don't think about how bad things are happening in this society. And I don't mean to sound gloom and doom, ladies and gentlemen, but I gotta tell the truth. All right. We got Golden Melanin saying, well, when she is a novice of the crate challenge wears off, they're going to be, when it wears off, when the novelty of it wears off, is what Sister Golden Melanin is saying, they're going to be another dumb thing that comes up. Yeah, you have to have this come up because you got to keep people distracted. That's the way, that's the name of the game. We got Xavier Owens in the house saying, very, very true. That's why we are tick-tocking all day and shaking our asses to no end. It's all entertainment, but there is a price to pay for this level of stupidity. I would agree with that. Everybody, I hope you have enjoyed the show tonight. We got IMV. People need to be learning how to use their energy in a positive light. Remember, our children are offspring. Yeah, but our children are watching us. So if kids are watching adults doing this, what are we conveying? What is it conveying to children? What is it conveying to children? All right. So, folks, I'm about to get on out of here. I'm going to end the program. I appreciate everybody coming over, everybody coming over and joining me. Let me do this one last time. Let me flip through this one last time for you to see some of the things I showed tonight, because some people might have come in late. So this is what people are actually putting themselves at risk health-wise. A damn milk crate. That's crazy. And you've got the celebrities doing, endorsing it, the rappers that are engaging in this kind of nonsense. You got black folks who are crawling up on these things, falling down, as you can see right there. Let me let you see the full scope of this picture. See, she's falling. The other man right there in the middle is falling. And let's go right back here and let you see more of the nonsense. So here we go. You know, I know they're having fun and all of that, but there's a lot more to this milk crate challenge that meets the eye that people need to be aware of. So this guy is falling off. And once again, it does have its origins in some of these Masonic rituals that I talked about earlier on in the program tonight. So I hope you all got a treat out of that breakdown, and you definitely had a chance to listen to Millie Fuller Jr. Let me also say this. I had said this earlier in the show when I opened up. Let me give all my condolences to the family of Michael K. Williams, a great actor. He is the brother. I want him to rest in peace. I don't like having to say rest in peace, because the man should not be no longer with us. He should be alive. They say that he overdosed on substances. And I want to say this, that people are always struggling with something. People are struggling spiritually in our society. People are struggling mentally. People are struggling emotionally. If you got family members that you know are struggling, please be there for them. If you can, contact them. Contact your loved ones. Tell your brother, your sister, your cousin, your uncles. Tell people that you love them, because we can be here today and gone tomorrow. And that's true.
Tell the truth.
You're here today and you can be gone tomorrow. So definitely keep his family in your prayers. We know him best as Omar from The Wire. I hate the fact that the brother left. He was a great actor. And not only that, but this is the brother that would walk and would kick it with regular people on the street and just hang out. From what I understand, he was a real man's man, a real people's man. And it's a shame that the brother passed away, and I feel really bad for him and his family. And we just keep losing great ones. And this brother was only touching the surface of his skill set. And this is a brother who admitted that he had drug problems. He admitted in a Times interview that he has been struggling with the substance abuse for quite a long time. And so please, if you love someone out there that struggles, hold someone, tell them you love them, do something to help them. And we got my man Keith, who's saying, praying, let me see, Keith said this, playing stupid games, get stupid prizes. Peace information, man. Yeah, if you play stupid games, you're going to get stupid prizes, like busting your behind, getting your bones broken. Then you're going to go to the hospital and they're not going to be able to cover it because you went out there doing some dumb stuff. So now it's going to be seen as an elective surgery that you're going to have to get. You're going to have to pay for it. Your insurance ain't going to pay for it. See, people getting involved in goofy stuff. But I just wanted to say that because it's a lot of goofy stuff that's going on out here, which is egg crate challenge. So, ladies and gentlemen, always remember that what you're engaged in may have some ritualistic things to it. And that's why I wanted to present this tonight. So I will be bringing Dr. Inky on at some point soon. If you do like this type of content, getting into spirituality, spirituality doesn't mean religion, but talk about melanin, energies, chakras, how we can be more connected to the universe, eating foods that will charge our third eye, the pineal gland, which is our third eye. There's foods that you can eat. There's meditations. There's all these different things that you can study and I can talk about those different subject matters and bring experts on to talk about that, I will be doing that type of content as well. There's many other things I'm going to be bringing onto this channel, and I thank you all out there for listening tonight to my rhetoric tonight. I thank you for being here. I've just been having, I'm really enjoying, I've been enjoying YouTubing. I got to be honest with you. I've been probably enjoying YouTubing a lot more now. Sometimes when people start, they start off strong and they go on for a long time, and then they begin to burn out and start to go down. I feel like I'm just reaching my stride. I feel like I'm feeling like I got an extra boost, like bam. At a time when you should really start going like downhill, I feel I'm boosting, and I'm going to keep boosting. So I feel good. Got a great new diet as well myself. I mean, I eat a lot healthier, low carb diet, not eating a lot of junk and sugary foods, and that's making me feel stronger too. So everybody out there, thank you for watching this video tonight. This is the Information Man Show. I should be back on this Friday to discuss the issue of, are black people the face of crime in totality, in total numbers in this society? And you'll be surprised what you're going to hear from me. I got the numbers, the data, the statistics, and we're going to get into that very soon. I thank you for sharing this video. Once again, definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you can. Those of you that are new subscribers, thank you. And I'll be back with more presentation very soon, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody for being here. And I got to go, got to rest, chill. Got a long day tomorrow, and I hope all of you, love you all out there. Everybody in the chat room has been fantastic. Let me see. Once again, let me do a roll call here. We got Sunday, who's coming out saying Information Man Show, Earl Owens, Chris CCC, good for you, Information Man, keep it going, thank you. We've got Brother Malik. I feel like I'm missing people. Back to the basics. We got Jasmine in the house. Let me put what she's saying on the screen. Because I didn't have a chance. Jasmine is saying this: the truth behind the milk crate challenge is to build somebody up to climb a spiritual ladder, a social ladder to get to the top, only to fall and never be good enough. That's the truth. Whoa.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Whoa.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Whoa, that's deep stuff there. Now we got Vasper I'm going to say Martin. If I'm saying the name wrong, I'm sorry. Thank you. You are a new subscriber to the channel. You left me a comment on one of my videos. Thank you for coming over tonight. If I said your name wrong or anything like that, I apologize. Let me put Sundays up on the screen here. Sunday says, I work too much to be on YouTube. Right. That's why you mostly see me doing my YouTubing on the weekends. And then sometimes I go a little late night on my channel, my second channel. But the reason why it seems late night for most of you, because I'm in the West Coast. So for me, it's not really that late yet, but for you it is. So keep that in mind when I'm going live on the second channel. But I love this channel. And then we got the beautiful Chris again. I know Chris from Pastel. Let Pastel know I'm going to be sending him an email soon. Got to get him on the show as well. The beautiful Chris, who's come over here and showed me a lot of support. Appreciate that. Earl Owens, thank you, my brother. I am V. Thank you for coming over. He says, we all know who is the real face of crime. Right. Yeah, we know, but I still need to put the video out. I did this before, but it was the 2017 numbers. Now I'm going to put out the more recent numbers. So it's very important because as black men, I'm a black man, we have to set the bar and the barometer. And most of all, we need to set the agenda. We need to set the agenda and the image. We need to set the bar of what our image are and who we are, what we are, and what have you. So that's very important, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Joy, who's in the chat room as well. Keith, who's in there, Golden Melanin, DOD, Anybody I missed? Back, we got Be the Difference Clothing. Check her channel out. Beautiful sister there. Kendra. I'm looking at a few people over here. Just wonderful people that are here. Let me take this off of here real quick. Appreciate you all being here. And that's it, folks. I got to get out of here. Thank you, everybody. A clap to you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Peace.
Tell the truth.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Woo! The poll says 79% of people say no, that the milk crate challenge is not productive, and 21% says yes so far in the poll.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
is power.
Jasmine, very deep stuff. She says, ask yourself, how come when little Bootsy did the challenge, he turned the cameras off so as to not show him falling? Very deep stuff, sister, very deep stuff.
Information is power.
Don't slip on the trail. Tempo, tempo. You get back in my tempo, tempo. I just hit the Mike Jackson on my tiptoes. Oh yeah, I know we go wherever that wind blows. The endo. Don't slip on the trail. High key, I know. I send all of my rap foes like they my tadpoles. Yeah, yeah.
Information
I just had
is
to go
power.
back now for my Depot.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, that Draco doesn't like free throws. I do not miss no shots. I got the cheat codes. That's why I never lose. They can't predict my moves. I'm way too smooth. I just caught a groove. This right here, that charge all the fire in the room. Had to go right back to it, yeah. If you ain't talking about money, please save your breath, don't bring it up to me, yeah. I pull up in that stunt like a 007 James Bond type movie, yeah. Hey, don't slip on the trail.
Good night, everybody. It's been great.
No.
Once again, I always enjoy